Hi everyone, this is Pramita here. Today I'm going to do a flip through of my July journal. I hope this filming situation is okay because um, we have been having such cloudy days that filming in natural light is practically impossible. So I had to resort to a different situation. This is my dining table and I'm filming over here, and this is my July journal. And in July I have switched up a few things which I'll talk about. Firstly, I used this uh, this insert was sent to me by a very dear friend of mine, Passion for Craft. She has a YouTube channel. She was involved in the traveling junk journal that I was a part of, and she's an awesome lady. And Irina had been kind enough to send me a few stuff along with the journal, and she had sent me a traveler's notebook in the craft paper because she had seen my flips and she knew that I had never journaled in this kind of the craft paper insert. So she had thought of sending me one, and I had been putting it off. I wanted the hoarder in me kicks in always, so I wanted to keep this for a better situation, a better occasion. But then I thought that I should, I should use this and try out some new things. So the first thing I did was I Mod Podged, or I used, basically I used clear gel to stick all these bits of paper that had been lying with me for a while now. Now I am on a, I'm getting a kind of high, using up small bits and bobs of paper that I ended up having after a number of projects, making inserts, tip-ins, cutting apart, making envelopes and whatnot. So these were just random bits of paper that I had, and I thought of sticking them as my cover, and it has turned out pretty well. This was a messed up punched portion. I thought of using that also. So that's that, and it looks pretty, and since I've used the clear gel, uh, it is basically waterproof sort of thing, and it can take on anything right now. So that's that, and as usual I have made a pocket. This was a journaling card sort of thing that my friend Meera had sent me, so I thought of using this as a pocket. As you can see, I have already stuffed some items inside which I'm planning to use in my journal later on. These are some of the, the mixed media printables that my friend Sylvia had sent me. This is from Sherry, and this was on the cover itself, which I will of course use later on, and these are a few die cuts that I might use later on. So that's that basically. Now as I open the journal, as you see, now what I decided to do was, for my July month, I decided to use 2 pages for a day. Yes, usually I use 1 day a page, but I tried to change up a few things, and I started using 2 pages for a day. And I began this notebook with insert with this quote card, or the journaling card, which says, "Life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all." And this is so true in my case, because I am still a newbie in social media. I'm a rookie sort of thing, and everything is so, random in my case. Something takes fancy, some of my wins take fancy, and I just start doing that without thinking that whether it'll work or not. So that's what I've done. Actually, I've used some distress paints over here because watercolor was not taking well in this insert and I wanted to put some color in. So I have used distress stains, and these are some of the washi that Terry had sent me for my birthday, and this was a new challenge for me, this craft insert. These are all fussy cutout portion from pattern papers, as you know, and this I've just torn it apart, nothing else. So this is just basic stuff, and then we come to the next page. Next page is basically I've just used a small word phrase. This is also fussy cutout from 12 by 12 sheet of paper. I think it's from Simple Stories, I'm not sure. And this is actually a paper punch that I had bought, and I started writing, and this page was giving me a lot of difficulty because not all pens would write well on this craft paper. So I began using Sharpie. I have two Sharpies. I began using Sharpie and they worked pretty fine. And this is I think this is from a cut apart portion of Cane Company. This is a vintage looking bird, and these are all from Cane Company paper pads. I've just cut them and used them over here. And this is how I have journaled over here. This is on a sheet of paper because I did use some acrylic paints on this page, but I was not happy with the way the colors turned out, so I decided to cover it up, and that's what I did. And this is a stamp from Hero Arts, that's all. Once again, this is Monday 3rd, and this was a day that I was doing laundry. Oh my god, 2 loads of laundry and I was done with it. I didn't want to do any more. So that was that. And on this day I started journaling in this fashion, and I just wrote like this in a circular manner. This is a painted vellum, and if you have not tried painted vellum in your journals, I would advise you to go and use painted vellum. They add a lot of depth to your layering, and they have this way of blending into your background, as well as they help to uplift your ephemera also. So that's that. And these are some of the stamps that I received from my friend Sylvia. And yeah, this is a small barcode from an apple that I was having. And this is the packaging from Coco Daisy. This is a word sticker. This is once again from some older Coco Daisy notepad. This is Tim Holtz ephemera. This is just a random piece of paper. Okay, so the blue that you see over here is actually a post-it. So I've just pasted this blue and I've used this packaging. This is also a stamp that Sylvia had sent me, and I have written in this whimsical fashion as well over here. And these are some, okay, so these, I think I did talk about these things. I have a few roller stamps. Now by now you must have known that I love phrases, I love word stamps, I like things like that because they are excellent space fillers. So I was left with a little bit of empty space. I didn't want to do any more journaling out here. I didn't have enough space to put any ephemera, so I thought I'd just add these word ephemera that I have stamped out on random bits of paper after you have finished a process, either making journaling cards or using in your journals or anything of that sort. So this is all random bits of paper. I've just torn it apart and then used them like this. This is a stamp from Coco Daisy. I've just colored this pink so that it goes with it. And this is a Cane Company paper which I have fussy cut out into this. There's 3 flowers and 2 bees, and it was so big I couldn't put it on one page, so I thought that I'll make it into a 2-page affair, and put it like this. So I've just cut it from the middle so that it's easy to close. And this is once again a punch. I have used a stamp over here just to fill up some space. These are all random cut apart portions from paper pads. This is a punched out portion. These are some here I used to write when I was in school. I just started writing some couplets, a few lines here and there, mostly in my morning journal, morning pages. And I had a little bit of space left here, so I just, I just added them over here just to keep them as a reminder that I am writing more or less regularly now. Because basically I come from a family of academicians, you can say. My father was a CPA, my mother, though a housewife, she is a published poet, so is my father. So I come from a family which has a background in writing, poems and novels and stuff like that. But I have never done that seriously. I just write on and off whenever something takes my fancy. But nowadays I'm writing regularly, it may seem, because I have done a lot of writing in my poems, especially in my morning journal. And I might show them later on. I'm not sure. I've not decided that yet. So that was that, and this is on, I think this is 5th, and I have just layered some stuff up. These are from Tim Holtz paper. I've just cut them up into stamp size and used them randomly. This is actually a new color that I have bought. This is actually from Hero Arts. These are Hero Arts daubers. If you are not aware of them, they are very similar to the distress stains, and they are cheaper. So I opted for these, and I bought quite a few of them as a birthday present to myself. And this is once again a painted vellum. I've just layered this flower from Cane Company. Nothing special. This was just a bit of, there's bit left after you get a full sheet. The edge has this bit. And it was a I think guest check or something of that sort. It's from the Reset Girl collection. I've just layered that with this, and this is the Tim Holtz washi. Okay, so now we come to 6th. 6th is a bunch of random stuff that I have just put together. Once again, painted vellum, simple stories, a paper pad which I've cut into this floral arrangement. This is a stamp. I don't remember. I got this, I think, from a friend's envelope. And these are some tickets. These were actually in the form of a 12 by 12 sheet of paper. I've just cut them out. These are from Kaisercraft, I think. And this is the Tim Holtz washi that my dearest friend Terry has sent me. This is actually a stamp I have. I've just punched out the circle and stamped in the middle. It came out pretty well, and this is a music note sheet sort of thing. This is also from Reset Girl collection, Simple Stories. And now we come to the next page. This was 7th. 7th was a Friday. So this is actually a stamp from Elizabeth Wallace. She's a dear friend of mine. From her envelope. Elizabeth, your envelope is unrecognizable right now because I've salvaged every possible thing from that. And I have just put on some colors, distress stains, and some Hero Arts daubers. And this is the botanical that you see in the book that I have just shown in my thrift haul video. And this is a book page, postage stamps. These are from Cane Company. No, I'm sorry, this is from Graphic 45. This is also from Graphic 45. This is over here. I've just stamped some image. And this is from a book page. This is also from Cane Company. And on this day I had a talk with my dear friend Terry. This is a sticker that she had sent me on friends and friendship. So whenever I have a talk with her, I usually use this on that page to remind me of the awesome friendship that I share with her. So I think I'll end my flip till here, because then I'll be able to do another flip very soon. So bye for now. If you want to see more of this, then please subscribe to my channel. And if you like this, then please hit a thumbs up. Bye.